welcome to the Where's the Finish podcast. We are three runners talking to our friends, sharing stories about running, training, life, and asking the quintessential question, where's the finish? WTF.
Welcome back to Where's the Finish podcast. I'm Kevin.
I'm Joe.
And I'm Shae.
And tonight we have some ASMR, apparently. Are we doing ASMR? Are we going to open some pop bottles and make some weird scratching noises? Oh, that's good. That's very nice. Thank you for that. You could subscribe to that ASMR
Got the
podcast.
ASMR.
Jeez.
Anyway, we are not an ASMR podcast.
We're not today. We might be later, though. We'll see. We have Jon and Lindsey Reid here with us today.
Hey.
Hey, guys.
And you guys traveled a little ways here, a couple hours drive to come up to Ocala.
Yep.
You guys are so good to do that.
We seriously appreciate that.
Yeah, it's a lot more fun doing this in person than it is doing it via Zoom, which is also an option.
Yeah. Well, and it's a beautiful drive.
It is.
It really
Yeah.
is.
Ah.
So.
Well, and let's be honest, Zoom, that's no fun.
It's not.
No.
Yeah, I mean it's more like work or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
I
totally.
definitely get it. But thank you guys so much for coming.
Sure. Appreciate the invite.
So you guys have been all over the place, doing all kinds.
Yeah,
of
you're like a
things.
visa everywhere we want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, for us, we're kind of just getting into this community, just kind of stretching our legs out a little bit. Certainly,
No
in
pun
the past-
intended.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Just certainly in the past couple of years, and so. I mean, you get out there and you get to hearing other people's stories, and it just inspires you in so
Absolutely.
many ways that you wouldn't have maybe thought of in the past. And so we're just kind of trying to stretch our legs out a little bit, trying to feel out the community and see what we can add to it and just be a part of it. So.
Now, are you both originally from the Tampa area, or did you guys relocate?
Yeah, we're actually both from the same. We grew up in the same town.
Oh wow, that's cool.
We're Florida natives. So, but actually recently we bought some property in Tennessee. So we're kind of back and forth.
Okay.
A little bit now, but yeah, both Florida natives.
Well, you didn't drive from Tennessee.
No, sir.
No.
Yeah, we might have went with the Zoom option. On that.
Yeah, I mean we're cool and all, but we're not that cool.
Yeah.
We're not coming from Tennessee cool.
Yeah.
Well, you guys are becoming quickly a staple in the Florida ultra running community, even with 2 years or so doing this stuff. I mean, you guys are literally like a visa everywhere.
I think I met you originally at Tampa Bay 100. I think that was one of the first times I met you.
Yeah, I mean, I think at least talking, having some conversation. But likewise, like I've seen you guys.
Yeah.
We really, like I mentioned, we really kind of started getting into this a little bit more serious in the past few years. But I'd say since about 2018 or so.
Okay.
We've I've been on ultra sign up, so to speak. And
Shae's probably got it pulled up.
Oh, yeah, of course I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, when you guys started making a lot of appearances in the Florida ultra running and really started getting to know people, it's funny, everyone knew you as like the family.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
that
Lost
family.
118 was the first time that we heard that. We had all the kids, and Tobin, our youngest at the time, was infant. And we're running around Lost 118. So when they saw Jonathan and I coming through the halfway mark, we hear him holler out and say, "Oh, it's the family," because all they could see was headlights, like the headlamps. Sorry, But yeah, so it was like, "Oh, it's the family." When they saw us coming, we're like,
Did they all have their own little headlamps?
"No, well, it's just Jonathan and I." But it's just
okay.
how when they noticed it was us. It was like, "Oh, it's the people with all the kids."
Yeah. So to
it's
be
the whole
clear,
family.
our 2-year-old's not out there actually running
No.
the races with us,
No,
but
sorry.
she is very much a part of the crew. So
Yeah.
I think this is just something we want to experience together. You know what I mean? It's I think very personal in the journey of running and kind of getting into ultra distances. But it's something that I want. There's so many life lessons in it, and we want to share that with our girls. We have 4 daughters, spanning from ages of 15 to 2 years old, and it's really just kind of sharing the experience with them and seeing what they like. We don't expect them to run races but they very much enjoy the crew aspect of it, and they just kind of have that servant heart where they like to make sandwiches and be there for me when I'm when I come in and stuff. So it's been great.
I'm hearing future aid station workers is what I'm hearing.
Oh, no doubt.
Oh yeah. The last time we got to do it with Joe at the Across Florida 200. We were
Yeah.
like, our kids would love this.
Yeah.
They would have so much fun.
Yeah, it was a blast too out there.
Well, I want to ask, so I know we're just going to jump around, but I do want to just ask this before I forget. So when you did the Across Florida 200
Yep.
in the virtual style, and you and the kids were out there the whole time.
Oh yeah, camping out.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it
how,
was a
I
good
really
time.
want to know, like, how did they get cooped up? What were their attitudes?
I mean, it was really good. You know, I think because of just our lifestyle in general, they're kind of used to it. We like to be outside, and it was more like camping out. I mean, I know it was in the car and stuff, but you know, because it's on the trail, they can get out, they can wander. So
Yeah.
from aid station to aid station, it was fine.
Yeah.
They had a good time. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think also too, it's part of that adventure. You know, I mean, I think you all. This may resonate with you. It's like when you're out there, for me, that's what it is. Like that's kind of where I allow my mind to go, is like I'm just out here adventuring and I'm, you know, exploring. And I think as a child, that comes really natural, you know. So for our girls, they enjoy it, you know. And the cool part is, like I said, they get to do things like serve and you know, that's just kind of in their wheelhouse. So
yeah, and they're not scared of the outdoors in any way. I mean,
Not at all.
they're country girls.
Demi,
Yeah.
our oldest, hopped in with them.
Nice.
At
Yeah.
night, you know, and went with them. I don't know how many miles.
Yeah,
and
I
she's
think
done it a couple times, and she
went-
enjoys it.
We went to the 88 store, I think.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Absolutely.
she was in the miles before the 88 store. So
It's for sale, by the way, if you want to buy these.
I heard
Oh.
that. I heard that on one of your podcasts. Yeah.
They
just
were
trying to
really
pimp
great
this
in there,
thing out.
though.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. We should pull together and
I like
as a
it.
community and get that place.
yeah, it
Well,
would be,
none of us won the Powerball.
Yeah,
I keep
for
trying.
sure.
Oh,
I keep
man.
trying.
but yeah, the girls are also kind of little farmers too. Yeah, I mean, you guys raised them farming, really. I first time I ever really started seeing any videos and learning anything about you guys is actually through your videos.
Like
I
a
know-
YouTube channel? You have a YouTube channel, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You
What's
run
it called? You Run You?
Yep.
And I remember seeing lots of little videos of the girls doing their 4-H stuff and playing with their cows and stuff. And it was actually, I think the very first video I saw was maybe from one of the skunk ape races. You guys had showed up, and I remember the oldest one doing some eye rolling and stuff.
I remember that video too.
And I'm like, oh, this is such a teenage
my
girl
goodness.
thing. It was so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those good times.
So, I mean, you guys do a lot of, I mean, Lindsey, I'm assuming this is kind of your wheelhouse because I don't see Jon on the internet that much, but you do a lot of like content creation.
Yeah, which is kind of funny because until I don't know how long ago it was, but it's been over the last probably 6 or 7 years. Neither one of us were even on Facebook, social media at all. So now to be doing like YouTube videos and stuff like that. But I mean, I don't know. It's one of those things that when you start doing stuff like this, it's like you want to share it. So it was instantly, though, you said that about the Skunk Ape 100, like the first video.
Yeah.
And when you said that, I went, terrible footage. I was like, oh man, don't mention that one. There's some, you go back now, since then we've gotten some better cameras and stuff
Nice.
like that, you know? So we're getting better, but I mean, it's fun. And when we go out now and people are like, hey, I saw your video, and it's like, oh, you know, and it encouraged them in some way. It's like, that's what it's all about.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, I remember like watching your Tampa recap the
Yeah.
one year, and it was just, man.
I think a lot of it too, it provides information for people who might be a bit curious for those races.
Sure.
Like if
Yeah.
people look Skunk Ape 100, like, oh, well, what's that? Oh, let's see if there's a YouTube video. Somebody's gave a review, or maybe kind of can see some of the trail. So,
Sure.
you know, give somebody an upper hand a little bit onto exploring some of these races in maybe a little bit of a different way versus, you know, actually being there doing it.
yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's the first time I really learned anything about the Cross Florida 200 was watching Mike Albert's documentary that he did on his run with Matt Clapper. And that brought a lot of attention to that race. And just like your content is bringing attention to a lot of the races that you guys do.
Yeah, well, and likewise, Shae's, when we went on our Across Florida
Yeah.
attempt, or you know, when we started, that's the video that I went to because I mean, I think it's all in like how you consume it, you know, like the type of information. To me, my brain is like, I can get on overload pretty easy. You know, I like to kind of keep things simple. And I felt like with Shae's video, it showed me enough of the trail and the experience, you know, like what she was personally going through, but not like so much that I was like, I don't want to do this anymore, you know?
Yeah.
So how did you guys go from like, you know, farm and family content over to like ultra running and trail content that you did, and then now you've got a whole YouRunYou channel, and you've went in kind of to merchandise. How did that kind of transition for you?
Well, I mean, again, I think with the running and stuff like that, I mean, we're just kind of sharing the journey. You know what I mean? You get a lot of people when they hear that you're doing this stuff, that they're just asking a lot of questions and they'd like to know more. And then, so I don't know, with How to Read, it was kind of the same way. So I don't know, and How to Read is the other YouTube channel. So I think it was easy to bounce doing that one over to YouRunYou. You know what I mean? Sure. And then really the branded hats, it started with the Florida hat. That was the main one.
That's my favorite hat.
That started with that one. That was the one idea that we had. But then when we were designing that one and doing that one, these other ideas were just kind of popping up, and we were like, well, and it doesn't make sense to just have one hat. Like, how are you going to build a whole website based on like one hat? So then from there, though, we just both started, kind of creating other designs and stuff like that. So,
well, and I also, I think I'd like to add is that, I mean, it's just this is our life.
It's what you do.
Yeah. And so I think it just became us just becoming more comfortable with sharing that,
Sure.
Mm-hmm. And also I think there's a sense, like a part of me that's like, nobody wants to see this crap anyways, but also, like to Lindsey's point earlier, we have run into people out on the trail in some of these races, like, hey man, I caught your last video. I got this from it. We had a really nice conversation at the last wild boar run with a guy named Mike. Watch some of the videos on the channel and just kind of encourage him to continue. He's an older gentleman, hadn't run too many longer races, but just kind of encouraged him to get out there. And I mean, for me, that's what it's about. I've kind of grabbed that for myself from YouTube videos and things. And so I think it's kind of, just kind of paying it forward.
Yeah. So are you still making content for How to Read, or are you just kind of really just doing YouRunYou, or are they kind of both going at the same time?
We do both. We're not consistent with both as much as we should be, but that's the How to Read is more the girls, the farm life, the stuff that they do, with the cattle and stuff like that. So
yeah, the
YouRunYou is growing, and we're going to be a little bit more consistent in this year. So
that's smart.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
I think as you're all aware of, it's like, you have to kind of have certain things in place to kind of, I think, be productive, because a lot of times it's like all over the place. Like I mentioned earlier, we recently purchased some property in Tennessee, and we would like to be back and forth, a little Florida based in the summer, little, vice versa in the winter. And then, in the summertime up maybe a little bit north in Tennessee. But I don't know where I was going with that. But we're just kind of all over the place. Right now we purchased that property. We're trying to get some infrastructure on there. So I've been spending time up there. It's kind of messes with training, obviously content creating. And so, like Lindsey said, as far as this year, we've got some things in place that we can be more consistent. So
what got you into running in the first place?
2018.
Okay, I want to know what this face was.
Lindsey made a face about it.
Well, it's interesting because when he says it, I'm like, we were just like both working out in the garage and like running to the stop sign and back. Yeah. So it really is interesting, because then when he first started showing me, he started with like a 10K. And then he started showing me like these documentaries of these people doing these 50 milers, 100 milers. And he's showing them to me, and I'm like, they look miserable. Why in the world would you ever want to do this? And his face is lit up, So it's just interesting. Like, so you asked the question. I mean, of course, it just was like exercise at first. But again, when you get in the trail community, it's a whole different vibe.
We do know.
Yeah.
We live it every day.
So for the kind of the kickoff for me, I was invited by a neighbor to run a local 10K. And again, I have no like previous running experience as far as like high school or cross country, anything like that. I was in the military. Obviously, they make you run.
They do.
That's not
fun. Not well.
Yeah, and they trick
training.
you with anything. Yeah. Like they put you in the run groups that you should be, not the ones that you want to be, And so, I was forced to run at some point, and that wasn't fun. So that was obviously not anything that I was interested in, or for me at the time. But just life, kind of slaps you in the face. My older brother passed away just unexpectedly in 2018. And this was right on the time where I was training for this 10K. So, I mean, I was pissed, man, and it kind of set me in this mind space of like, what am I going to do with something that I can't like physically put my hands on? Like there was nothing I could do to help. Obviously my parents were going through a rough patch. And so I just used running as an outlet.
Sure.
I think a lot of people use that. And then it became this thing that allowed me to go from work to home, again, raising 4 young daughters. It was that medium that just allowed everything to kind of just mellow out. And and so then I just kind of started looking, as Lindsey mentioned, into some documentaries, things like that. And you get inspired.
What's one that inspired you during that time? Do you remember any of them?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's Mind Over Miles, like a Sally McRae.
Yeah, that's a great one.
My goodness, like how can you not watch something like that and be inspired? There's
Isn't that the one where she was like dying and then all of a sudden she came back to life?
After
crying.
she ate. Oh, no, what you're thinking of is my favorite, which is how I wanted to get into ultra, which is Finding Traction with Nikki Kimball.
Okay.
That is my absolute favorite one. It's her doing the long trail, the 260 something in Vermont. And there's just this moment where, and I'm not sure which service it's on, but it's, you can find it online, but she goes from just coming in absolutely bawling to maybe 30 seconds, a minute later, just happy as a clam, laughing and everything like that. Yeah. So that's exactly for me. I saw that and I was like, yes.
And a lot of those documentaries, almost everything I've seen was on YouTube. A lot of it was like self-created documentaries, journaling a particular race or a run or a year or some goal. Me and Kevin, our friend Bobby, we would share YouTube channel videos all the time. Oh, I just saw this really cool one about UTMB, or we just saw this really cool one about Western States. And I think a lot of us found out information about ultra through YouTube. It's really interesting. So I think it's really cool that you guys are now creating that same kind of content for other people.
Yeah, you kind of, when you're trying to look it up and see what other people are doing and how they're doing it, you don't find as much as you'd like to.
Yeah, there's not a lot of information about ultra out there. Like it's growing, but not like it used to be for other sports. There's a lot. You can find books and magazines and all kinds of stuff about other sports. They
got books and magazines,
but it's getting better about ultra now.
I was going to say in 2018, that's what I used to. I used the Chrissy Mail book. I think Running Your First Ultra or something. Or no, that was the other one.
And science is still trying to figure out ultra. Like the things that they normally would think about running doesn't necessarily apply in the ultra world. So, a lot of what we know about ultra is that we learn it from other people.
There are no rules in ultra.
Yeah.
There's some rules. Don't hide in bathrooms.
Well, what you think would work doesn't necessarily work for some people. Or, it's different than training for a fast marathon or a half marathon, or even your 10K.
Or what works today may not necessarily work.
Yeah.
You may love peanut butter and jellies forever, and then one day, goodbye PB&J.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, I pray that. I hope that does not happen to me.
I really only eat them during races. Like when it's at the aid station, it's always just like, yep, I know that's a tried and true. But if there's no way on a run, I'm just going to eat a PB&J.
All right, hear me out.
Okay. Uh-oh.
Does the peanut butter go on top of the jelly? Or does the jelly go on top of the peanut butter?
Well, it depends on which way you flip the bread.
I understand that, but this is an important question that needs answered.
Well, do you put it... So I put the jelly on one piece of bread and the peanut butter on the other, then I smush it together.
Okay, but how do you eat it? Do you eat it with the jelly on top or the peanut butter on top?
I have jelly on top.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Shae?
I have no idea.
Well, if you put it on the bottom, then the jelly could possibly kind of go through the bread and out. The peanut butter holds the jelly into the sandwich, like a layer between the bread and the sandwich.
Yes.
Because if you turn it the other way, then the jelly is going to go through the bread.
I cannot argue with Joe. He's exactly right.
Yeah.
That's weird. What about you guys? Peanut butter and jelly? Jelly on top or peanut butter on top?
I'm like a scoop of peanut butter kind of guy. So I'm going peanut butter on top.
You're going peanut butter on top?
Yeah, no, see, I know I'm peanut butter on bottom.
Same.
Jelly on top.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you're
And
right.
where like Jonathan has probably like at least an inch of peanut butter
gosh.
on like
Wow. I have to have equal proportions, and maybe even the jelly might be a slightly larger proportion.
I can't have
No,
too.
I usually don't make them like that. in
I can't have too
Station.
much peanut butter because then I get a dry mouth. You know, it just sticks to the roof of your mouth and it won't go down. You have
And
to
then
have
you
that.
try to say Aaron Burr, and it doesn't work.
You have to have that sugary wet jelly to make it go down to like moisten the sandwich.
I think that was a Got Milk commercial.
That was
Okay.
That was a got milk. I'm pretty sure it was a got milk.
Pretty sure it
commercial.
was too. Anyways,
Do you like Uncrustables?
I think they're okay, but hear me out. I like Uncrustables air fried.
Air fried. I've never
Oh,
had 'em.
never had it.
Oh,
So like from
shit.
frozen into air
frozen
fryer.
straight to an air fryer.
Okay.
It's crispity crunchy and still cool in the middle.
I've definitely fished a few out of a toaster before.
Same deal. They're pretty good. They're pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do the girls like Uncrustables?
They do.
And ultra
Yeah.
food in general.
Well, I mean, it's
Yeah.
just junk food.
Well, it's junk food all
Yeah.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they get excited when they know they're going to be in the car for a while because they know I can go in the store and mom's going to let me get whatever makes me
Yes,
happy.
that's
So
right.
we can tone down the whining. You know, it's like, oh, here's food.
I mean, they're basically little ultra runners because that's what we do too.
They
as
are.
ultra runners.
Yeah.
We just whine and feed me, and then I whine some more.
So strap a pedometer on all of them, see how many miles they're getting, running
Yeah.
back around
Oh, yeah.
and all around
Have the
car.
girls considered doing any races themselves? Because they're at that age, they're like, especially the older ones.
Yes. So the older two definitely want to do like a 5K.
Nice.
So we've talked about doing some of yours because
Yeah.
you go.
that's
that'd
a
be
great introduction,
Yeah.
some
I would-
smaller races.
I would love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'd be very happy about that.
Yeah.
So you got into racing in 2018, or running into 2018, and then you found some YouTube videos that got you into ultras.
Yeah,
What
and-
year was that, roughly?
Oh goodness! I mean, just progressing. every year,
Progressing.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Did you do a marathon before you ever did?
I've never done a marathon. I jumped right into.
What are you doing now?
You want to go? Want to go for a run right now?
I actually contemplated bringing running shorts.
Oh,
just in case.
yeah.
I didn't know how crazy you guys were.
You're really close
we
to
are
Marshall
very
Swamp here,
Oh, I'm jelly for sure.
Yep.
man.
Yeah.
3 miles that way.
Yeah.
That is a beautiful section.
I'm
Yes,
working
it
on trying to buy a house.
Yeah.
And it's like 1,000 feet
Off the
from
trail.
The baseline trail.
Okay, so that's going to be an aid station at some point. Is that what we're talking?
It very well might.
Yeah, that'd be
Very
a
well
great
might.
idea.
Honestly.
Be like a Jeff Iosa style aid station.
Unfortunately, you will not close on this before we do Big Scrub.
I literally am trying. I literally am trying to close on this house before I do Big Scrub because I will go home. And I will sleep in my
you
own
can't
bed.
fault us for being 1,000 feet off trail. I mean, that's just a little lost.
Why is there a blue dot at Kevin's house? Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. But anyways, yeah. So I definitely I'm looking forward to that and having some opportunity to share some more miles.
So what races did you do before you did Ultra? Did you do besides the 10K? Did you do anything exciting?
I mean, I think I can't really remember too much of the early stages. I'm guilty in the sense that like I only remember the ones that I'm like that was really tough,
Yeah.
Or in detail. For me, the kind of the kickoff was Whispering Pines.
Oh, that's a beautiful
I mean,
one, yeah.
you're all aware of like, I mean, I think it's still a free race.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
still
is.
free race, and
Yeah.
Terry handed it over to Andy and Amy.
And so,
And it was probably still Terry when you did it.
totally,
Yeah.
yes. And I got to meet her.
She's amazing, by the way.
Yes, I love her. And then actually, it's funny you say Andy because I met Andy that day. And so kind of, I mean, it's just my upbringing, but I'm kind of a yes ma'am, no ma'am type of person. And so I was yes ma'aming her at the bid pickup, and Andy in the back, I didn't know who Andy Matthews was. Love the guy, but at the time, had no idea. And somebody speaks up in the back and says, "Who is this young man, this young gentleman with such great manners?" And and it was Andy, and it stuck with me. And then years later, or a couple of years later, I think I met him on the trail at Lake to Ocean.
Oh,
And it stuck with me, and so I got a few miles with him, and I told him, I was like, you actually really inspired me that day, because like we talked about a little bit earlier, it's just like the community, I mean, it's just so welcoming. From the opportunity to run that race, a free bid. I pushed myself. It started raining. That's where I kind of realized, I say this one's kind of important to me, is like, I realized all the different things that ultra can throw at you. It's not necessarily like, the nutrition or the hydration strategy or even preparedness like prior to that. It started pouring rain, and I realized, like, at that point in time, I don't want to be cold and wet when I run. And
I agree.
Yeah. So we were like sitting.
Round of applause. 'Cause, yes.
We were sitting underneath an umbrella at the start finish, because it's like a 4 or 5 mile loop, I think. Mm-hmm. And
I think it's right at 5.
Yeah. I mean, it's a beautiful trail, but I just remember sitting on a cooler. Like, we had no chairs. We just brought a cooler, a bag of like snacks, and an umbrella. And we were sitting on that cooler, and I just thought, this sucks. So at that point I called it, and I think I made it like 30 miles or something like that. But
don't sell yourself short. 38.4.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Was that your first ultra?
That was my first. Yeah, that was my first attempt at an ultra, and that was really I think a 12-hour race, and I cut it short like by many hours.
It's hard not to, because it gets dark too.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I hate that.
Well, and I think that you're right, because I think that was another element that I was like, it's going to be dark and raining and cold. No, thank you. But
I feel like Shae said the same thing at Festivus.
yeah,
Yeah.
that sounded
Oh,
rough.
I did. Yeah. I was like, pfft.
Yeah.
That sounded rough.
Yeah.
I still think I should probably go back up to that trail and just do another 40 miles, just so I can be like, okay, fine, you did 100 miles on this.
I think Shae's first DNF at Daytona, it prepared her to take on more DNFs or something. She's like, oh, I don't give a crap no more.
Apparently, if you do it once, it gets easier.
It gets a lot easier.
I think
after
Craig
that.
told you that. Didn't he tell you that?
Probably, yeah.
I think that sounds like something Craig would say. That's okay. So 38 miles.
Yeah, well, and then soon after that, I think right up the road, we were at the gas station. I'm like, I want to go back. So I mean, it was like very short-lived that, I hated the ultra, So after that, I think I just kind of was hooked. I mean, I think even you can relate, Shae, if you DNF, it's kind of something you just kind of put on the shelf. You absolutely get the experience all the way up until the point you call it. And then you just take that with you into to the next one. And that's kind of what I've just been doing, because for me, I've always just, with no like real, prior experience, no coaching, I'm just kind of, we are just feeling this out for ourselves and kind of finding our way in it. But I've just kind of traditionally been middle of the pack, back of the pack kind of runner. But as we've been progressing, we're pulling those things off the shelf that, whether it, was a positive or, something that maybe wasn't so good of an outcome, we're just putting those pieces together. And then, again,
But you're getting to be more and more efficient,
I
better
was
and
gonna
better
say,
at it.
yeah,
You're not really
maybe middle of the pack
You're not back
in
of
a
the pack
previous-
anymore. But
no.
I think
Yeah.
you might have. We might have a winning Jon on us in no time. I think that might be in your future, because I mean your race performances are really getting better. I mean, you did Tampa last year. And then right after that, you did the Across Florida 200, which is I really kind of got to know you at. I think I'd seen you and your family out at like Skunk Ape Revenge or Skunk Ape Night Race or something like that. But the first time we
What
ever
was
really,
the Skunk Ape 100?
yeah, and and then you did the Skunk Ape 100. But the Tampa, that was really interesting based off of your first year doing it and this last year doing it. I remember having the conversation. I'm like, this guy's got sub 24 in him. I don't think you thought you had sub 24 in you.
Well, personally, that was obviously for me a goal. That's where we felt like we were going. As far as a crew and myself as the runner, we obviously wanted to get it done in under 24. But Tampa is very challenging in the sense.
Tampa fucking sucks.
Yeah, it can be. It can.
I
be
love you,
rough.
Joe Fuller, but Tampa sucks.
Yeah, just with be it pedestrians or traffic crossing, cross. I mean, and
So much.
it being that you have to be careful.
And unfortunately, by the time that you really want to be hit by a car, there's not much traffic.
There's no
out.
cars.
That's right.
Yeah.
You're at that mile where you're like, I wouldn't mind if a car came and hit me.
Mile
and there's
70?
no
Maybe
cars.
drag me the next 25 miles.
On Gulfport Boulevard, please, just a car, please, car. And it's a cop. It's a cop. It's another cop. There's like 50,000 cops.
It said something about your ultra mindset, though. For me, to know that you planned Tampa 100, or I don't know if you really planned it, but you showed up at Tampa 100 and had across Florida 200 right there together.
Yeah, 11 days.
Yeah.
We had 11. But for me, it was, Joe Fuller, again, love that guy. Shout out to
we
Joe.
do too.
He invited me to the race like just a couple of days before.
Yeah.
I mean, it was within 5 days. And I was like, I don't know, man, because I had, we had planned on across Florida, but the one piece that was still just smashing my brain was Caltopo. I had never used Caltopo. I was still like very new. Lake to Ocean was my first time even having like the Strava app, because it's part of the requirement. But I'd never used Caltopo, and I was kind of like worried about that. Like, am I going to be able to keep on track? I did not know I was going to have the big guy Joe in the sky watching me the entire time. But I mean, my goodness, thank you so much for that. But I just wanted to experience that. I wanted to use Caltopo to be able to to get into that. So that's what we did. So
You can overlay a map. I'm just showing her the Google map where we can overlay. Shae does a really good job with these, overlaying the course on a Google map. And you could pick any point that you want and then just hit navigate to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think we heard you guys say that not too long ago, and I was like, I had no idea that was a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It works
Shae's
really well.
Shae's a tech genius on this stuff.
But it's way better than Caltopo, in my opinion, because then you can see exactly where you're at on a road, and you just see navigate there. And then you can pick the little walking guy, and it'll tell you how long it's going to take to get to that next point.
yeah. And
Yeah.
let me say, if you're going to use Caltopo, I mean, if you can get it in your ear somehow, that is so much better, because that was one of the things
really?
that
Yeah.
killed me.
So here's what I did for.
So it says
for
turn.
Tampa.
Yeah.
You don't have to
That's
go looking for
crazy.
it.
You can scroll
Yes.
in, like zoom in and see what all the points are and their mileage. So that's how we crew.
And then we just hit directions
Tampa.
too, especially when you're driving, because then you don't have to worry about using the other map.
Yeah.
That's life changing.
It really is.
Well, she did make some stuff for Big Scrub, because Joe hasn't put out a whole bunch of stuff on Big Scrub. She went.
Full of shame.
I hope this is the right course.
She went making stuff, and she does really good at it. So
I did that, and I made crew book. I like all
Yeah.
that stuff. That's kind of my jam.
yeah,
I just want to run.
I'm
and
glad.
not die.
I'm glad to have a planner in my life, because I'm not a planning person. I just show up and blow up, and we need some planners in our lives.
I like to plan. I don't like to show up.
I like to sleep.
That's me.
I really did have a great time with you guys out on the Across Florida 200. I mean, I loved being out there with everyone, and it was a good way for us to meet people. That's one of the reasons I'm really excited about Big Scrub too, is we can kind of continue that relationship building around a race. So it's going to be fun. Kevin's got like the whole world coming out to help him with Big Scrub.
Not as many as Joe had for Across Florida 200.
No way. No way in
just
hell.
Joe
I think
had a
they were all just
small
kind of paying it
army.
forward. Yeah, oh, totally. Yeah, I think at one point there was 8 of us, or
that's
there
wild.
was a lot.
Yeah, from like Farrell's Lake to Juniper Prairie, I think there was like a line of about 8 of us that just were
Good
kind of
night.
going through the trail together. It was so much
It's
fun.
like 10
That's
miles.
awesome.
Yeah, we had a great time. No, I mean, I think when I did my Across Florida, that is good to speak of, like, different terrain and training and how you approach. I mean, like, I wasn't that trained for it. I wasn't really sure how well I was.
Not
gonna
at
do.
all.
It was a mental thing to to keep going. And
You were pretty grumpy when I saw you.
yeah, I mean, when you saw me, I was definitely in a down. I'd been out there 3 days,
Yeah,
and
you're grumpy.
and it had been raining for 2.5 of those days.
And then Kevin's like, come on, Joe, let's go.
And I wanted to
Come on,
I wanted
you
to
gotta
choke
get
him,
up.
because I know Kevin likes
You're like,
to.
Come on, Joe.
Yeah.
But it just goes to show what you can do mentally with this. But you do have to have some training, right? I mean, like
Yeah.
I was.
I mean, if you can run 20 miles, you can run 100.
I wasn't completely untrained, but having I think around 40 people at one
don't
point.
listen to Kevin's advice. He's doing it facetiously.
I think having about 40 people probably came out and visited
Yeah,
with me
that's so
during
many.
that
I don't have
race.
that many.
And having those people just dropping in and coming and visit, it was very motivating, and it kept me going too at times when I never thought I wanted to quit, but it definitely helped me move a little better down the road, knowing that I had people there. And they were, they didn't necessarily come to do the walk fest with me, but they did do the walk fest with me.
Well,
Yeah.
for me, I mean, I obviously I wanted to be part of your experience, but I get so much from it as well. I mean, just experiencing that with you, going through the ups and downs with you. I get so much from it too. So I mean, it's really cool to be able to be a part of somebody else's struggles, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, that's what I got out
Misery
of it.
loves company, as they say.
That's true.
And I've said it several times, and I'll say it again and again, especially with the Across Florida 200 and with my involvement in it. Now that it's kind of rolling up and done now, but that I got to be invited to be a part of something that might have been, you didn't even know me from Adam. And a lot of people didn't know me whenever they signed up for the Across. They might have heard my name or something, but you didn't know me. And I got to come out and share miles with you and be a part of something that was probably the hardest thing you ever done in your life.
Oh, no doubt. Yep.
And that's a real honor to be invited into as a
that's
perfect
terrifying.
stranger into someone's
This realization
something like
starting to
that.
kick in.
No, don't know.
Wait.
No
That's
panic.
the hardest thing you've ever done was a Across Florida 200?
Maybe not, but it's definitely
One of the
can tell
more
me no.
physical.
You can
Yeah,
tell me
I would say probably.
I need you to
not,
tell me
but
no.
No.
Thank
No.
you.
for some people, as far as the races, definitely. But I mean, obviously, most of us that are in ultra have had difficult times in our life that have prepared us
There's
to do
nothing
it.
that I felt in a race that can even close to touch any personal anguish.
Yeah.
Nothing.
But all that personal anguish and things we were all in the military, they run us through the ringer. I
All
mean,
day.
we hated running. I'd never loved running until I got out of having to do it, but all that stuff built what we needed to be able to be the ultra runners that we are.
Yeah.
So,
I think it certainly does help. I don't
Yeah.
know that it's all of it, but it certainly does help.
there's a little bit of stress inoculation that happens whenever
Yeah.
you have trauma in your life.
I'm so stressed right now. So. Lindsay, let's chat with you a little bit here. Now, you're a runner as well? Is that right?
I mean, sitting at this table, I don't feel like one. I mean, I'm a few miles here and there. That's all.
If you can run to a bench and sit down, you're a runner.
Then I'm a runner.
See, look at that.
Which bench?
All of them.
Some of my also other favorite YouRunYou videos was the one video you guys did prior to your half marathon wild boar. Y'all were kind of running through the neighborhood and chatting about your plan and I watched that video like 3 times.
Really?
Yes.
I did not find that one interesting.
I found it very interesting.
The one where it was like a little bit, was it the short?
Yeah, it
where
was
we
like
or was it a long, like,
It was a longer-ish. It
it was the one, where like you said, we're like running through the neighborhood. I didn't know if it was the one where it was like he signed me up for the race without me knowing.
No.
Short, so.
No, this
Love that stuff.
This was just following you like on one of your training runs. You were kind of running around the neighborhood, around a little pond or lake or something.
Yeah.
And I just enjoyed watching that video and listening to you guys chat about what you were doing and your experience. And then to have the follow-up when you actually did the wild boar, that was a good video too. So together those videos, you got to watch both of
Yeah,
them.
like the before and after.
Yeah.
It probably would have made an even better video if you saw some of the behind the scenes where I was like getting sick and stuff
That
like
was
that.
the
But
real
I looked
stuff.
at him and I was like, you better not be
You
videotaping.
gotta.
Those are
I
the
know
best.
we should have
That's the best.
just be a little bit more
Like
vulnerable.
Listen,
I guess.
she went through all the ups and downs. I mean,
And how many miles was that?
we were in like mile 3.
And we stopped by, where did we eat? Burger King. And I knew
Yes, we did.
I knew better.
Oh, that's a bad
Like,
idea.
It was a really bad idea.
What'd you get?
I mean,
Do you remember
Something
what it
she
was?
never. Oh, totally. I know exactly what.
What'd you
she
get? What'd you get?
was it like a Whopper? or
We went
something?
double Whopper, dude.
And we already, I already don't eat out a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's
It's
gonna
already
wreck your
Burger
gut.
King. It's already going to give you gut issues.
Yes, the Burger
You know?
King.
And
So
let me-
yes,
let
3
me-
miles in, I was behind bushes puking. And again, you get people going by and like a lady stops. She goes, "Is she okay?" And I'm like, oh man. But I met up with her later and I was like, thank you so much. You were so kind for stopping and offering me stuff, But I mean, we made it through.
Yeah.
But that was your first half marathon?
Kind of, sort of.
Kind of, sort of.
No.
Kind of,
she
sort of.
did.
So I did Shae's painted horse.
Yeah.
Okay. So
25K.
you did a
Actually-
25K during that one. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, I unintentionally lied on that video that we did because he signed me up for that. And I was like, I've never done that before. But we did. We did Shae's painted horse.
Yeah,
Which is so
the
fun.
a half
Yeah.
marathon trail race is different than
It is.
It
The
is.
road.
But
Just
I
fun urban
said I'd never
tour.
done that distance, but kind of did.
But you did a half marathon on a pretty technical trail too. Last year, the year before, it was flooded up to our knees for the whole thing. So, I mean, at least you had a little drier course this time around. But
Yeah, that would have made it harder.
Did you get laid at the aid station?
Excuse me. Yes. Yes,
That's
I
very
did.
funny. Experience that.
It was green.
She's like, wait, what?
If you do wild boar, you come to our aid station and
Yes.
we will put a lay on you.
You will.
And then
Yes.
we are angry at the people who just like, meh.
And they throw it on the ground.
Yeah.
Like, stop
or like,
it.
Or like they
What?
just, the people won't take them. The fasties, they don't want them.
they just don't want to be bothered.
okay.
Weighs them
I
down.
know nothing
It
about
weighs
that.
them
It weighs
down.
them down.
They're too
Oh,
fast
goodness.
for fun. They're too fast for fun.
Yeah, I had some favorites in that race, but I think young Joe Miller crushed that.
He
one.
did.
sure did.
I mean, he came
Yeah,
out
he went
and
flying
won
by.
and who would have expected it? I mean, we weren't expecting that at all. I mean, he is a strong runner.
He's fast.
He's
Yeah.
a strong
He's a
runner. There's
fastie.
no doubt about it. But
He beat Scott Hoover.
That's right.
And
Yeah.
Arie.
but the other people that he beat against were people that are consistent winners on a lot of different races.
I'm not discrediting
You know?
young Joe Miller here. He
No.
had an outstanding performance.
He did. He had it was a really standout race for
Yeah,
him
it was
that
awesome
day.
to see.
Yeah.
So what's next for you, Lindsay? Have you aspired to go any further than the half?
You know,
or-
I wouldn't mind doing like a 50K or something like that, you know, but I don't have any kind of 100 milers in my
How
mind.
about the two prairies? Have you heard of two prairies? There's
Yes.
a 50K.
You can't discount a 100 miler before you've even done a 50K.
I don't know.
That's right, Shae. Thank you for that.
Shay's bad influence here. You're sitting at the wrong table to get just influenced otherwise.
What'd you say if you can go?
If you can run 20 miles, you can run 100.
Oh, I hate it.
Do you
so
think
bad.
do you think you could walk for 30 miles?
Okay, listen. So Jonathan, his first skunk ape, I went like 26 or 28 miles with him.
Hey.
And see, we again just had Tobin, our youngest. I think she was only a few months old. So I did not have hardly any time to train. And he kept telling me, he's like, it's just time on feet, just
You
time on
need
feet.
training.
If you're
You just
just
had a
walking,
baby. You're tough.
You know what I mean? Like if you're just walking, that's all you need. You don't have to be out here running. Just time on feet. You'll be able to hop in and pace with me.
Yeah.
And that's all I did. And I went
Wow.
that distance. And I mean, I would have never.
Well, and
never
this
guessed.
is after crewing me all day,
All day,
and,
yeah.
and watching our our
Then
girls
you
there.
could easily do 100 miles. I say
it's not
easily
easy,
is
but-
not the
I was
right
gonna
word.
say he
there.
doesn't easily do. So I don't think I can.
A race with enough cutoff time says you're not chasing cutoffs. You know, you could do like a 48-hour.
Yeah.
That's a good
event
idea.
or something
Yeah.
like that. So that's what I'm doing with Stacy. So she wants to get a 100-mile belt buckle underneath her. She gave it a try a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, she
got
did.
44 miles.
She killed
That's
it.
awesome.
And when on that race, it was 65, I think, runners signed up
So
for 100 and only
cold.
19 that finished the 100 mile. So, and it was cold.
yeah, we
wet.
were watching a lot of the live stream. I'm like,
she
I
got
am
the
so
she got
glad
the
I'm not
ultra
there.
lean.
Yeah.
But no, she's going to do the Sombrero Ultra Running Festival, and that's a 48-hour event. So we can do a lot of walking, and we can take a lot of breaks if we need.
No,
to.
no breaks.
You know,
Keep moving.
plenty of breaks.
No sitting.
I've
Yeah.
done 148 hour, and what I did is I did 60 miles, and then I said, "All right, I'm going back to my Airbnb," and then I went back in the morning and
And finished.
yeah, then did the last 40
Well, as long as you finished,
full
then
night of
there you
sleep
go.
because that's how.
You are not doing that a big scrub.
Nope.
I'm just here to tell you
I know,
now.
I know.
So at Surf, we're taking the Taj Mahal with
Are
us.
you?
So yeah, we got a campsite too when we're
Yeah.
out there. So yeah, it'll be great.
That'd be good.
But
You
that's
guys
it.
are doing it on the 1st, right? You're starting.
We
on the
are.
1st?
Yeah,
Yeah.
at midnight.
Scrub, yeah.
At midnight.
12:01.
At 30
Well,
degrees
well,
outside.
Yeah, it's going to be cold this week.
Yeah, we're gonna die.
Yeah, and Kevin hates the cold.
I hate the
He
I
is-
hate the cold.
He is the
I have
whiniest.
Raynaud's
He is the
really bad.
whiniest when he gets cold.
Well, I mean, I have a medical condition that prevents me from.
See, he's already starting to whine. It hadn't even got
I'm just
cold yet. He's
saying.
already starting to whine.
Yes. The answer to that is yes. I do have heated gloves though. Like you plug them into like a USB and they stay warm. Let's go like a little.
You got to carry a USB with you?
No, it's in the glove. And then you just when you're done with it, you just
They're
plug it in.
battery powered.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
I want to try it and see how that goes.
We're
We
gonna
have
need it.
we have heated vests.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Does it work
those
good?
are awesome. Yeah, got them off at Amazon.
I don't have time to
Been great.
order that off Amazon.
No,
No.
That's okay. I'll just run with the blanket.
as long as
Have it delivered.
blanket,
Well,
keep
you know,
moving.
Blanket.
You might could get one delivered in 2 or 3 days, depending on what it is.
How about
You could have it delivered, and I would go get it.
How about the green bag of recovery?
Yeah, we can have that out for
Yeah.
you. It's freshly washed and laundered and ready to go. It smells like laundry.
Listen,
detergent.
that green bag of recovery has saved more ultra runners than I can imagine.
Yeah,
Did it ever come out during your?
No,
Green bag of recovery.
they didn't have a really cold run though.
Oh.
Yeah.
But yeah, so in the winter
yeah.
in the winter months, I bring out this. It's a British military sleeping bag, cold weather sleeping bag system. So it had a Gore-Tex bivy and like a sheet liner that went inside this thing, but it's rated at like 30 below zero or something.
It's
like
amazing.
this super duper.
It's the only way I stay warm.
Yeah. So on the cold races, I'll bring it with me, and if someone gets a little
I have a
hypothermic or something,
-20 or -30 bag.
I just
grab it.
Just dump them
Should grab
into
it.
it, and it warms them right up. It does.
Did you have it on the at the aid station across Florida?
Did I have it up? Yes.
Because we
yes.
shoved somebody in the camper that one time. I'm not sure what was in there, but
the green bag of recovery was in the camper with that runner who got to go in there. So
I think our buddy Julian was a little jelly when he showed up because he was like, I heard him mention it on IOSA's podcast.
Yeah.
That when he showed up, that somebody was already in there catching a few Z's, but I think that hamburger, he was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
all right, I get a
I'm
hamburger.
good with that.
Yeah, we could have shoved him in there. I mean, whatever. There's enough room for 2 people.
How great was that cat, though? I mean,
Oh my
gosh.
Yeah.
So that cat, I went back.
Did you?
Because I was like, I want this cat. So I go and I get, cat treats and stuff like that.
It was a whole production, by the way.
And I was there, I think I was there for like 40 or so minutes, never showed up. And then I went again a couple days later.
A couple days later, we went
Still
again.
not there. So I'm guessing because it was so friendly that somebody definitely adopted
Well,
it.
there was 2 guys I talked to one of the guys that came out and fed it, and they said they alternated days coming out to feed the cats, and I would imagine that cat.
They
went
had
home
a
with
scratchy post out there when I went there.
Oh, shit.
The really crazy part about it was like it wasn't like it showed up during the day. We pulled up there
In the middle of the night.
to set up the aid station like what 12 o'clock or
Yeah.
something. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah, it was after midnight.
yeah, and so as you're backing in, I'm like, what was that? And it's this little kitty cat, and he's right around. I mean, just so friendly though.
So
Yeah,
friendly.
and then as people were showing up, Joe had the fireplace going and the heaters in front of it, and we had some runners in the chairs, and the cat would take the opportunity to climb up in their lap, and they were sleeping. I think actually Jeff Ios's dad had him for a few hours on his lap sleeping. So.
Oh, yeah. Well, we know in our hearts that cat has a very nice home
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah.
Because there's no way somebody, like, how many times of just like, this cat is a people cat.
I think I said it on the pod, but did you guys hear the story about how I left that cat?
No.
I'll say it again. So
How do I turn
you.
off my headset?
Will you?
No, I still can hear you. They're not noise canceling.
I'm going to say it loud enough so you can hear it anyhow. So I was packing up all the stuff and got everything loaded into the truck, and the trailer's hooked up. Everything's ready to go. I'm ready to pull away, and I have to go to the bathroom, right? And this cat's just following me around as I'm loading everything up. I parked a kind of a good distance away from the bathroom, so I had to walk all the way across the parking lot to get to the bathroom. And I go to the bathroom, and the cat follows me like right underneath my feet to the bathroom door. And as I close the bathroom door to go to the bathroom, he's meowing at me outside the bathroom door, wanting in with me. So I, finish up, clean up everything, and leave. And the cat follows me from the bathroom all the way back across the parking lot, right underneath my feet, just kind of
This
walking
is
underneath my
literally,
feet.
this cat's going, hey, I'm coming home with you.
Yeah. He actually, when I opened the truck door, he did try to jump in before I went to the bathroom, and I kind of pulled him out, closed the door. But the cat sat there on the ground and just sat on his haunches as I got into my truck and drove away and watched me as I drove away.
See? Cruel human.
You call yourself Santa.
my
Santa
goodness.
wouldn't do that.
It was so sad, but I could not take another animal home.
I mean, you could.
There's no way I could.
I mean, you could have.
You
Well,
could've.
in your defense, he did have quite a few buddies there.
Yeah.
Like
That's
as
true.
the morning started, like the sun started coming up.
There's
Going
a
back
lot
out,
of
none
cats.
of them were friendly like that.
No,
One of
definitely
No,
them
the other
I-
ones ran.
Yeah, one of them, because I took some canned chicken. That's what I took out there to try and lure them out. One of them, I got a little pet, but that's it. So the rest of them were just not at all interested in people.
I'm sure someone took that cat.
Had to have.
Yeah. Well, that was fun, though. I appreciate you guys coming out and helping me because, quite honestly, we were the only real aid station in the entire race. And it was because of you guys and me being out there. I mean, You know, we've talked to a lot of runners, and it was needed.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was crucial. I think a lot of people would have done a lot better. Well, I shouldn't say better, but they getting to that aid station would have certainly given a lot more energy, because if I think the sleep station was right prior.
Before that,
like aid station 6, and from what I hear, it was kind of miserable.
Yeah, there was no real good sleep to be had there.
I mean, it is what it is.
We're hoping it gets better for the next time around. I don't know if I'll be out there or not the next time around.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who knows?
That's still a little way out, but yeah, you guys, you're like the volunteer extraordinaires, though. I mean, how many times have you guys went out and swept courses now? I mean, that's kind of like, you guys came out to the Trick or Trot on like your date night as a date to come sweep the course for me.
We were
That's
actually
great.
supposed to be in Georgia. We had just come back from Tennessee the weekend prior, and then we were supposed to be back up in North Georgia that weekend for a race. And I just was like, I don't know if I can make the drive again. So, we just decided, we were going to do that for, just an evening out. And so we're like, let's go see Joe. So
that's my date night out. Let's go see Joe.
Well, there's nothing more to me, more than romantic than being,
Next
with
to
my
Joe?
wife. Next to Joe.
I wasn't sure where we were going.
Walking with your lovely wife through the woods in the middle of the night.
It really is a good time though.
Yeah, it is.
We had fun.
No kids around to distract you.
No, no, they did not come on that one. No,
Very nice.
it's a good time.
But how many times have you swept a course? I mean, I know you've done Joe's Fuller's a couple times.
I've done I think the 30K the last 2 years. But I mean, again, it's just like, it just kind of put myself out there for those opportunities. I don't know how many times we've done it. Just a few times, not as many as you would think. I don't think. But
yeah, well, it just seems like you're showing up, and you're definitely showing up at the right times, anyhow, to like help out with races. I mean, you went out and paced Andy Matthews through Juniper Prairie and showed him how to get around through the reroute during that time, and had a really good time out there. I mean, so you guys are just showing up at places, and that's because I talk a lot about the need for volunteerism, and you guys, some of the ones that are actually doing it.
Well, I mean, again, I go back to like, that's what was done for us, like when we, just kind of getting into it. I mean, you gradually get more comfortable, I think in that space. And so, yeah, I mean, that's just what was done for us. And so, yeah, I mean, we enjoy it.
I certainly appreciate the fact that you guys are finding ways to give back to the community, either through your YouTube channel or YouRunYou. You guys have
Let's talk a little bit about
you guys have probably
more about
given
YouRunYou.
away more of these hats than you've sold.
I know.
I've seen so many out there.
That's a fact. We love it. I mean, especially the Florida hat. The people that have the Florida hat, and that we've given those to, like, it means something to them.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. So let's talk about the YouRunYou store that you've got. Mm-hmm. So you've got like hats, and there's other stuff on there that I didn't realize was on there.
Yeah. So we just did. What was it? The sweater and
we have.
Also,
we're trying to. I mean, again, like to Lindsay's point earlier, like, what kind of store is it with just one hat or just And so, I think for us starting out, we had the. We had the Cross Florida experience that really like inspired us. I'm not traditionally like a 5-panel camper style hat, guy, but I mean, I think it just has the look and feel of a trail runner. And so that's kind of where we were going with that. But we wanted to offer, like, I wear a lot of hats, and so I'm constantly either changing them. I mean, if you train in a hat for a few weeks, a few months,
it looks like this one.
Yeah, eventually it gets pretty nasty. I mean,
Gross.
it's a badge of honor to me,
this?
Oh,
I need to wash this sucker.
I need to watch this one.
But on the same hand, eventually they like, I'm not wearing that hat anymore because it's just kind of gross. Like, it's been through the wash several times, and so. I think for us, like offering up, some hats that are related to like, Florida Trail, but also something that's a little bit like the Florida hat that's a little bit more custom, but also some hats that are a little bit cheaper, something that, I mean, same quality, but just, more, affordable. Because, I mean, let's be honest, like it's one of those pieces of gears like you don't really necessarily have to have, but for me, it kind of sets the
I mean, I have different hats for different outfits.
Yeah.
I mean, that's just that's what you do. And I had never really ran with a running hat until I got these. I've always ran into like a trucker hat.
Yeah.
So like running in a 5-panel, what I would consider a traditional like running hat, the amount of sweat that these hats remove is incredible. It really is. And I've never, like I said, I don't know if it's just ignorance on my part, but running in a trucker hat, like sweat's running down your face, it's stinging your eyes. And I've not once have had that issue at all with these hats.
Yeah, I like the fact that with me, like the sweat just beads up and goes out to the end of the brim and drips down. I can watch it dripping like rain in front of me, but it's not going into my eyes.
The cool thing too is these hats, this brand here, this other style.
So it's the one that's the Live Ultra as well as the YouRunYou.
And it's the YouRunYou,
Yeah.
the gray one that I have, the gray one.
Yep.
But they're reflective on the front of the bill and the back both, which I thought was a kind of a nice little.
And it's a really bright reflection.
It
too.
really is.
Yeah.
So I've seen these in the dark.
Yeah.
you can really
I mean,
see 'em.
that's for a crew. It's kind of critical in the moments when you're like, it's pitch black out there in the woods, obviously headlamps you can see, but it helps. For us, it's
Well, and running on the road too.
Oh,
Yeah,
totally.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just a little bit of reflectiveness.
So what made you guys think of, a hat was the thing that you wanted to start with? I mean,
We both wear them. I mean, that's, he wears them like he does his shoes, way too long. So I mean, he says his hats get nasty. It's
He's
one of those
calling
things
you out, brother.
they get washed alone. They don't get put in with everything
Yeah.
else because they get super salty,
I
So
soak
it's
mine.
just something we both
Is what I
wear.
typically do. Like I'll get like a big plastic tub and I'll
Smart.
just soak them.
have a deep sink.
And
There you go.
I like hats. I mean, I like wearing hats, and that's one of the things I enjoy getting. For race swag, a
Me
hat
too,
or a
yeah.
shirt.
Yeah.
I told Andy I wish he would do some hats with A1 Ultra stuff
Yeah.
on it because he does a lot of t-shirts, which is super cool.
But for me, like the issue is like with a trucker hat because my head is small. My head's smaller than so I've
have you
got
tried getting a
hats.
bigger head?
I've tried. I don't know how
thought.
to do it.
All right.
Yeah, I just got to get smarter, I guess.
Hey.
But I need to with the trucker hats, I put them all the way almost as tight as they'll go, but they're still big and they cover my ears. And that's the worst part because it's I like wearing this hat, but now my ears hurt
Yeah.
because I also have the glasses. So hey, Starwing, it's been a hot minute since you came to visit during podcast.
Look at you.
Is your face still dirty?
Yes.
Devin,
He was
let's wipe our
chasing-
face.
He was
So
chasing a lizard and he just got all dirty.
So we do have the big daddy cat on the table right now visiting with us.
we do.
How much does he weigh?
He's actually one of the skinnier ones.
Really?
But
'Cause-
he should be about 13 pounds.
Why does he look so much bigger than
He's
the rest?
just
Is it all
fluffy.
the fur?
He's just
Fluffy
fluff.
buddy. Yeah.
It's just fluff.
He should probably, I think he's back to 13 and a half, 14, which is where the vet wants him to be.
He's a big cat. Everyone that comes and sees these cats talk about how big her cats are. And I didn't realize that. I see my daughter's cat's tiny in comparison. These
We
are
have a
just-
big cat.
You got a big cat
Yeah.
too? Okay.
She's big, but she's fluffy too. So a lot of it probably is hair.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, I know for Shala,
He's a chonky.
He's 15 pounds a heft.
Oh, wow.
Whew.
Yeah, he's chonky boy.
He's a chonky boy.
He likes to put all the weight in the world on 1 foot.
1 foot. Anyway, so the hat, one of these hats that I got is awesome because it doesn't go over my ear. It's right here. And so I've now done 3 runs
You have.
with the hat and I'm bandana. Been wearing bandanas forever and ever and ever. But I think I'm going to be a convert.
She's a hat lady, guys.
Because I really like this.
That's
So.
what's up. And I have to say, Shae, that's one of the how I remember you from runs in the past. Prior to knowing you, I'm like, who is this lady with the bandana in front of me? And I was like, every step, I'm like trying to catch you.
And I also have bandanas with all my different that match. I've got 20 bandanas of all sorts of
That
different
match
colors.
the skirts that she has.
Yeah, match skirts, match shirts, match shorts.
Yeah, she's always
Then I wear the glasses to match.
flat Shae is always special. She's always got a neat fit to put on.
Ye old flat Shae.
Oh, flat Shae.
Yeah, so we're pretty excited about your business. Obviously, we're super happy to support you guys.
Yeah, thank you for partnering.
Yeah.
We love, like I said, we love to be a part of the community and kind of try and pay it back. For us, this is just a piece of that as well. There's a lot more to come. Like I said, will this air next Monday. So this will be a new year.
It'll be in
will be.
2026.
Week after.
2020. Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, so we're talking, new year already. And I mean, that's kind of where we want to go. So.
Well, we certainly want to support you on all fronts,
Yeah.
and advertising is obviously marketing is a huge part of that. And,
Yeah.
We
word of
want
mouth.
to work
So,
with you guys, and then we can develop a Where's the Finish hat.
Yeah.
That'd
cool.
be fun.
It's exciting.
Yes, I would love to do that so much. And then question on here. So you've got the YouRunYou hat.
Mm-hmm.
Is this any specific course?
No.
It's
Okay.
not.
I think
The
Shae
point
wants to run it. Shae wants to
Is that
go
what
run
it
it.
is?
I'm trying to figure out what is this?
And we've talked about that, but getting the courses and like putting it all over one almost, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get all the Florida
Trying to-
races and
yeah.
just put them all over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I mean, and that's like the point to point, and I guess that's
yeah.
the point. No
Yeah.
pun intended. But getting like for us, we've run a lot of skunk ape events, races, and I have those course maps and things, and it's like we want to make sure that when we get into this, we're not like pissing anybody off,
Right,
like,
of course.
oh, that's the Tampa course. Thanks a lot, John. But,
Just stole that one.
yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, there's a ton of ideas. I mean, you think about it, it's a pretty basic, medium that we're working with here, but there's a ton of stuff that we can do with, so
Yeah, for sure.
yeah, it just kind of opens up our creative side.
We like that. I mean, we love watching the YouTube videos and what you're bringing to the community as far as gear goes. So definitely keep it up, and we look
Yeah,
forward.
there'll be more of that for sure.
So are you one of those content creators that spends a lot of time looking at numbers and how you're trending and all that stuff?
Actually, I don't. I don't look into that. And again, it would probably do us justice for me to go deep diving into some of that and seeing what's actually trending and things like that, or how it's actually doing. And I really don't. We look at the comments, because again, it's usually locals and people who have done the races and things like that, and just have really nice things to say. But other than that, no.
So it's more community driven
Totally.
rather than
Yeah.
popularity driven.
Oh yeah.
Which is the way to do it.
I mean,
Yeah.
in all honesty, again, we were like, no one's going to watch this stuff.
Yeah.
Like our moms, maybe. Like,
I mean, I'm pretty sure that you and I sat here and we
We did.
watched your video
We did.
on the TV.
We did.
That's awesome.
Actually, probably a couple of
of
yeah.
them.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Like,
Yeah. We
Thank
just,
you guys.
we
We
just sat here and
We
hang
kind
out.
of felt the same way though about WTF, and we don't. I mean, last episode that we just recorded, and you guys by the time to hear this, I've heard that one where Shae went over the numbers of some of the stats that we had for WTF. It was the first time I've ever heard any of that information. I have no idea.
No, he asked me. I said, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Anecdotally, I mean, I know that people listen to the podcast because they talk
At
about
least
the
seven.
podcast.
Yeah.
At least 7 people.
It's interesting as content creators that we're not really spending a whole lot of time just looking at what's trending and what,
Yeah, and,
what
like,
do we
we
need to
don't care.
adjust. We don't care. We
Really.
just have
That's not
fun.
why you're doing it.
That's right.
No,
For sure.
Yeah.
we like
It's like the hats when we got started with those, and then we got going with the Florida hat, and then really the other ideas just started kind of coming to us. So it's like, I think you just know you're on the right path.
Sure.
When that stuff kind of just starts coming to you, or and then people start sharing their stories and watching the videos and things like that, and you're like, somebody else got something out of that.
Absolutely.
And they were really encouraged by it. And like us, we're like, again, we just don't even think people are really going to care that much. But one person did,
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we could reach
helped
one person,
yeah,
it's worth it.
Success. Success.
for sure.
Success.
If that's why they tried the course or went for the race or something, like you said about the 200, for a lot of people, that stuff is life changing. It really is.
Yeah.
I
It
can't
propels
wait.
them forward.
Yeah.
So excited. It's gonna be the hardest thing I've ever done.
Kevin's first multi-day race. It's gonna be so exciting.
Freaking out, man.
I'm excited to
cold.
hear about it.
Well, there'll be a lot of whining.
Well, I see it's on your calendar and yours as well. So how is that going to go?
What's on your calendar?
Big scrub.
Big scrub.
When are
150.
you doing it?
I don't know. We're definitely going to do it the first part of the year.
12:02 on January.
We're going to start.
We need a 48-hour
we can-
head start.
Yes.
Well, we're going to wait for you guys to drop your video first. and watch it and see
That's
how it
true.
all went.
Well, we'll be podcasting about it sometime next week, and
Potentially. if I'm
whenever
alive.
when they're recovered.
Heaven is alive. We'll
If it
weekend at
freezes
Bernie's
to
you,
death.
don't worry.
Oh, that's fine. Just, hey, that's a great idea. Just
Weekend at Bernie's you.
drag me right on down the trail.
You got to go like this.
That's all I got. So what else is next? What else you got on your schedule?
Yeah, what do you have? Because, you know.
Me? I don't.
You've been racing.
He
and-
has not signed me up for anything.
Okay, John, this is on you.
I got an idea.
I don't want him to.
No, you done put it out there, John. It's like pick
No.
something hard, bro.
How do you
That's
Pick
feel?
something hard.
If anybody
something
has
hard.
any suggestions,
I
let
have
me
one.
know.
I have one right now. Do you,
Yeah.
do you have it? How do you feel about a belt buckle? How do you feel about a very pretty belt buckle?
I don't. I don't
It's
think
not
about
100
that.
miles. It's not 100 miles.
Yeah.
Oh.
You still get a belt buckle.
And you still get a belt buckle.
Well, how far is it? I mean, that's
So it's a 60K.
Kind of important.
It's a 60K.
60K
Yeah, that's not that far. You've ran that far before. Ish, kind of.
ish.
ish.
It's fine. If you can walk 20, you can do 50K.
So you could tell me what race this is?
It's
This-
3.
It's 3 races.
Oh, is it
The
the-
Painter's
Painted horse.
Revenge. Yeah.
Okay.
So
yeah.
you've done that. It's just doing a little bit further.
When is that again?
So Joe Fuller's Skunk Ape 60K is on Valentine's Day, which I know makes it difficult for quite a few people. And then the next weekend, the 21st and 22nd, is the Painted Horse and Painted Swan.
So it's. I mean, yeah, it's all broken
Swan
up too.
Yes.
Not Painted Swan song. You
know.
named
You
it.
use the name.
I know, but I'm just calling it Painted Swan because I
All right.
can.
Okay.
I know it's
Well,
called
you're the-
Swan
you wanna see
Song.
You're the
buckle?
race director. You can call it what you
Yeah.
want.
She wants to see the buckle.
Oh, yeah.
You want to get it?
Yeah.
You do all 3, and you can get a
That
belt
one
buckle.
I would definitely consider.
It's
Yeah,
broken
'cause
up.
Sure,
It's
'cause it's broken
over a
up.
couple
Yeah,
days. It's
yeah.
like
And
you got a whole
I
week to
definitely
run.
want to do the painted swan.
That's a
Yeah.
fun
Swan
one.
song.
It really
Yeah.
is, honestly. And it's a short course. It's not near as long as what, the Painted Horse course is.
Kind of funny story to that. Last year when we did Painted Horse, we were running with Craig Bates.
Oh, yeah, Craig, Betts.
Yeah, Betts. Sorry, Betts. But
Craig.
we were running with Craig and just chatting, having a good time. Doing some adventuring in Ocala, and we realized that he was running the 50K and we were running the 25. So we were, and the next
Yeah.
thing he's off course, and we're like, oh,
We're so sorry.
so he was just following us,
Nice.
So like we knew what we were doing, but yeah, that's a really fun race too.
Yeah.
That was great.
I always, if you enjoyed anything of Tampa, then those are the types of courses that you will also enjoy.
Sure.
So, here we go.
We're getting a look at
Oh yeah, worth it.
Oh, look at
Oh,
that.
that is so cool.
It's fun and sparkly
It's not pretty.
because I'm extra.
That's awesome.
So it's got the skunk ape on it,
It's
the horse
tempting.
and the swan.
And then you would have a really good reason to wear that expensive Western belt that you bought from Boot Barn.
Oh Lord.
What is this Boot Barn story?
No, there's no story.
Oh, okay.
They live with cattle, so they obviously have got some Western clothing.
The last time that I showed up to help, it was the Across Florida 200 aid station. Then, as soon as I got there and walked up to Joe, he called out my Walmart sweatpants. So I don't know how he knows all these things about my wardrobe. I'm like, do you have these?
I probably wear
Then my black leopard Walmart sweatpants. Do you have some?
I shop
does.
at the same place.
So I had to change into my Target sweatpants after that.
Listen.
It's like I look down for your Crocs,
you
and
gotta
I'm like,
show
I don't
him
wear
up.
Crocs.
Target's too fancy for Papa Joe
That's
here.
Tarjay.
It's too
He called
fancy
me
for
out,
me.
man.
She says, I felt that in my
How does he
soul.
know that?
So you're gonna look into that before we leave. We're gonna
That I
sign you
will.
up for that.
I
You
will.
get your phone out. Let's sign her up right now.
That's,
But he has a lot more going on.
that's
you got
2
going?
weekends
I just
of
chase
ultras.
after him most of the time.
No, I
love
don't.
You know?
We're running the Florida Death Race as well.
Oh, okay.
I think I heard this is the last year.
It
for
is,
that,
yeah.
So
Is it? Oh.
Yeah.
Do you know any?
I don't know nothing.
Okay.
I just know that it's the second year is the last year.
Yeah, that's cool though.
yeah, so we're gonna do that.
Be a fun
but-
course.
Yeah,
What else you got? You got something else? You gotta have something else.
that's it, dude.
What's 2026? Nothing? You got nothing on?
Well,
2026?
again, big scrub.
Yeah.
we're gonna crush that one. But yeah, just those two
Okay.
on the books right now. But
Well, you're going to have to sign up for a lot of races because you
Yeah.
have to create a lot of content
That's
for the
it.
new
That's very
channel.
true. I would follow him
that's
around
part
with
of
the
it,
camera,
yeah.
like you have to do this.
yeah.
Like, obviously, I don't like the race director, but I do love that the picture that they use for Florida Death Race is Katie.
It's Katie Jenkins.
Katie Jenkins.
oh, nice.
Yeah, we love.
Yeah, I actually was on the front page of Ultra Sign Up one day when I went there, and I screen capped. I'm like, "You're on the front page of Ultra Sign Up. This is great."
Yeah, you still get ads for Bandera occasionally.
Yeah, I'm in Bandera ads, and I come up on my Facebook. Myself comes up on Facebook ads.
Well, Katie spent a whole year slaying it in ultra.
Yeah, she did.
so-
She's done so good this year.
Yeah.
I'm very proud of you, Katie.
Well, listen, we really appreciate you guys
We do.
making the trip to come talk to us. Tell us where people can find you on all your social media content and your website for your stuff.
So Facebook, it's YouRunYou, and on the YouTube channel as well, it's YouRunYou. And then Shopify, same thing. It's so sad, but I'd have to look it up exactly. But it's on Shopify. If you go to Shopify, it's
yourunyou.myshopify.com.
Thank you.
And we'll have all the links for
our show
YouTube,
notes.
for your
Yeah.
Facebook, for the site. These are really awesome hats, and I'm very
Thanks.
excited about the future of me wearing hats, although I'll still be a bandana lady, I know. But hats also.
I think it's really fun. Also, I just want to say, I believe that I got the very first.
Ooh.
This is true.
And so,
Ooh.
y'all, I'm just saying,
We needed a hat model.
I got the very first.
Very
Have you
nice.
seen
Send it to
Joe's
Joe.
eyes in that hat? I
Oh
mean,
my
come on.
Yeah.
No,
Poppin'.
Yeah, baby.
no, but I do see Joe ablazing.
Yeah. That's one of the things I just adore
Yeah.
on the Florida Trail hat.
I love it. It's got the blazes on it.
Got the blazes.
Yeah, but I know whether I'm turning left or right because they,
Yeah,
And then you can see exactly in the circle, that nice circle, that's the big scrub course.
No, Bear and
Yeah.
Boar.
Bear and Boar, that's right.
God damn it.
You're a big scrub mind right now.
Yes, I am. That's where I just made lists on
I
Big Scrub.
know.
Yes, this
You
is the
made it.
Bear and Boar circle.
It sure is.
So is that a course that you created?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what.
She,
But that's
she
the
blazed-
other one
she
that
blazed the
he's been
trail.
interested in.
Yeah,
So just
listen. I'm interested
throwing-
myself. I think
FKT.
it would be.
FKT. You could take Aries FKT.
It would only
then.
take me 3 weeks to do
I think
it,
you could
but
do it.
I don't. I
think you
listen.
can do it.
I tried. So with my last DNF was at Vero, and Ari was right behind me. And well, actually, I take that back. Jordan, England,
Yeah, Jordan.
and Ari were behind me, and I just knew I'm like I got to push myself to keep ahead of these guys. Well, that didn't work out so good. So I'm not too confident that I could beat my buddy Ari, but
You could still try.
I could try.
Yeah.
I could try. Yeah.
Yeah, you should ask Andy about how he likes the Tatsahatchee. What is that? How do I say
Yeah,
it?
Tatsahatchee.
Tatsahatchee.
That is currently it is very muddy.
Very muddy.
And gloopy to go through there.
Usually is over near Christmas, and that's where
Forgotten Florida.
course is at. Yeah, it's always wet during the Forgotten Florida too.
He's just signing up for Bear and Boar right now. he's doing it.
They're over there gandering at the
Yeah.
course.
You could start here. You could go to this stop. You can
That's
take
awesome.
You just have to start and stop at the same location, but you can start and stop anywhere.
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 It
I
seemed
have
like to me,
no-
it seemed like
but-
it was a lot further north. I don't know why I was thinking it was a lot further north.
Yeah, a lot of the
Right
course
at
is
the,
south.
Yeah.
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 It's right at the east-west junction.
the
And
farthest
that's where
north's
I
88th
have it
store.
like starting at. So like you can see I've got like that is mile 438. And I actually have like, all where your aid stops would be if you started at the east-west sign. So
That's how when Shae does it, that's how she's going to do it.
Is this on Ultra Sign Up?
no. It's just on my website. So
Okay.
you
It's
reach
an
out to me.
FKT.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not if you want the buckle, then you donate to the Florida Trail Association.
Yeah.
That's it.
We should
That's
show
very
him that
cool.
buckle too.
Usually, yeah, that's what my aunt usually does for me. She's lives in Minnesota, and she's like one that I've told 1,000 times to please stop buying me birthday presents. But usually, I just have her donate.
Donate to the Florida Trail.
Yeah.
Now, this buckle is really pretty, and you're going to get a lot of foam.
I saw Lindsay showed me the one that Andy, and if it's like
Yeah, it's same.
really
Yeah,
pretty.
It's the same company and very similar buckle to what we have for Big
Scrub.
Scrub.
Yeah.
So it's real handcrafted German silver. They're not cheap, but they are gorgeous.
that is fully sick, man.
Yeah,
You need
that
it.
is a belt buckle a person would want to wear.
Yeah,
You need it.
that is really really cool. Very
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, like I said, he's our